Welcome to the Inner Space podcast. Take a deep breath in and let go. Let's take a pause in time together right here and now. I'm Ag, and it's an honor to share this moment with you. Have you ever been in a situation or place and thought, I don't want to be here, but you stayed anyway? And all the while, you felt uncomfortable or even frustrated. Still, you spoke and smiled and talked with people or did the work or whatever you had to do. I'm all for doing what we set out to do, regardless of our mood, because many times we're in the mood to slack off and put off taking action for what truly matters to us. But I'm also a believer in coherence. Some may call it authenticity. I see it as being coherent. Knowing and feeling that I choose what I do, I feel comfortable doing it, and while I do it, I'm having good thoughts. I'm not complaining inside, I'm not wishing to be anywhere else or doing anything different. That is true power. The power of feeling whole, like everything falls into place. Right now, I'm typing this episode, which you'll hear after I record it, of course. I'm listening to a playlist called Zen Music and drinking mate. I'm wearing what I want. I feel in the mood to write. And I also know I have to because I have a recording session tomorrow, which is already paid for. But I'm not rushed. I feel I have something to say and I can take my time and articulate this episode to share it with whomever wants to hear it. This is a coherent moment, and I feel so grateful for it. Are all my days like this? No, of course not. I'm sure you can relate. At times, maybe you felt completely aligned, and other times you felt totally misplaced, upside down, like your mental pants don't match your emotional shirt. Sometimes nothing feels right, and that happens. But what if that's all the time? Every day doing what frustrates you, feeling like you want to run away, still smiling on the outside, telling yourself you'll never get out of this. You can't even give yourself hope, treat yourself with kindness. I've been there. In episode 25, we observed introspection as a tool to identify incoherence. Today, I want to dive into ways of keeping the balance between thoughts, action, and emotion, if there is such a thing as this balance. Well, I see them as a tripod. These three work better together if they're at the same distance and the same height. What are they supporting? Our overall wellness. And what supports them? Most likely our beliefs. And what's beneath those beliefs? Hopefully, our inner space. Or that inner space is covered under a bunch of beliefs that may or may not serve us, and may or may not support our thoughts, feelings, and actions. And whatever we think, feel, and do is writing the story of the life we're creating as we go. So whenever you feel the tripod is in imbalance, could you recognize what belief is filtering out? And if it's coming from within, from your inner space, from the higher part of you, or are there a bunch of beliefs that don't make sense and are bossing you around without you knowing? Do you know what I mean? So to keep the tripod in balance, I start by looking at any aspect of my life in which I feel incoherence, and I write down truthfully what I do, how I feel when I do it, what I say to myself, what I say to others, because it may not always match. And then I'll dust off my beliefs about this part of my life. How? Well, I ask a question, and I ask again, and I ask again, and write all the different answers that arise each time I ask. It could be a kind question or even a mean one. Like it could be, what is love? Or why can't I make X happen? Kind questions work better, in my opinion, but sometimes we get upset and we're frustrated, and that's fine. Work with the question you have at hand at the time. So why can't I make X happen? Why can't I make X happen? Because I don't have X, Y, or Z. Why can't I make X happen? Because I've never done this or that. Clear out the cobwebs. Sometimes what you write is all frustration. Not even something you really believe, but if it's coming out, then there's something deeper to look into there. Once you get it all out, then you have to use your imagination. Imagine the best scenario you can, the most beautiful scenario for this part of your life where you feel incoherence between thought, emotion, and action. And like a great story, write the amazing scenario, focusing on how you would feel, how you would think, what you would do. How would you speak to yourself? What choices would you make? That story would be your balanced tripod. Then we're going to make a bridge between the present incoherence and that balance we want. So how can we make the story come closer to reality? I have no doubt that you can come up with at least one new action you've never tried before or you haven't improved that would get you closer. Once you decide the new action, commit and do it. See, the beauty of the tripod is that what you do on one side will affect the other. If you act different, you'll feel different, at least while you're doing the new action. And if you access your higher emotions, higher feelings, it's like your vibration rises. So your mind remembers better thoughts. And once you have these better thoughts, better feelings, and I say better simply because they serve your life better, then you can start restating your beliefs. Beliefs that give space for your inner space to shine, your inner light to shine. So it's like a circle. Once your inner space shines again, it affects brilliantly your beliefs, which affect your tripod, which is in so many ways determining your entire life. How does that sound? We could go more into depth, but I know something tells me that once you play with this idea, you'll come up with an exercise, a system, a way that could work for you to keep your balance. Just pay attention to yourself. Start from there. Thank you so much for listening. You are cosmic by nature. From my inner space to yours, AG out.